Alright, so welcome back. We're going to do a review of the Bang & Olufsen BEOPLAY. We got all three of the puppies here, everybody but the Rottweiler. It's going to hang out for this. We're watching the Indians game. Hopefully they don't lose the playoffs to the Yankees, but importantly today, so the BEOPLAY Bang & Olufsen H95. I did a comparison review of what I thought were the three best headphone options, and a couple people had requested a more thorough review of the BEOPLAY, and I don't see that there's too many out there, so we'll do that. To start off, of course, the obligatory boot check. These are just real classic Lucchese boots. If you don't know of Lucchese, they're really the premier boot maker out of Texas. Started out in San Antonio, now in El Paso, and just a great boot. So let's get the camera set here, and we'll get into the review. Hopefully I got that set up pretty well there. We got Daisy in the picture. So and a cigar check too. We got the Herrera Esteli by Drew Estate, just a real classic Nicaraguan cigar. Nice smooth smoke. So we'll have that, and we'll talk about a little more in depth on the BEOPLAY. So first off, these are probably the most expensive Bluetooth wireless headphones that you can get, but I wanted to get their anniversary model. They're highly touted as being the best, and so I found in many ways they are. And you know, if you look at the case and the design, they even come with a cleaning cloth and the instructions. You got a hard shell case, which is nice, so you can travel with these and not worry about them getting crushed. They open up. They're just a beautiful aluminum cans, leather around the top. The earphones are lambskin. Inside, pretty cool the way they've got this set up. It's got a flap here, if I can get it with this angle. Apparently not, but and inside, really nicely done design, high-end cables. So everything is premium quality on the BEOPLAY. So what about the headphones? So as you can kind of see, just beautiful. The lambskin, they get the left and the right. They fold down. Got a lot of padding up top. They're waterproof, so very user friendly. And so in terms of the design, I got to give an A+ on the design. Very easy to maneuver. The look is fantastic, and the fit. They're heavier than the other ones that I reviewed, Sony, Jabra, the Microsoft, but I wore them for most of the day today, and no issues. They're just designed great, and they're comfortable. So what about the comfort then, in terms of how they last? I do kind of like the ear pads are removable, and so you can kind of see there that they'll pop them out. So if you want to replace, you could. Hopefully these will last quite a while, and you can see just the quality build inside. So comfort, they're outstanding. functionality is really good too. And so one of the best features that I found on the BEOPLAYs is that the dials turn up and down. And so I found this to be really useful, something that the Sonys didn't have. And it comes in handy, you know, if you're walking around, you can easily adjust volume by turning this. Same thing with the noise control, you adjust it there. And so I really like that piece of the design. In terms of the on-off switch, I like that too. It's easily accessible. You can get into Bluetooth mode real quickly. Of course, it's got the jack and the charger. So pretty simple. And then there's I haven't used this voice activation button here on the left, but that's all there really is to it. And then if you want to answer a call, you can just tap. If you're playing music, you can swipe to go forward and back. So Sony has those, and a lot of headphones use that. The up down for volume on the swipe. It's just not that user friendly like they are here. And so I think that works well. Probably would have preferred another button to switch forward and back on the songs, but just because, again, it's a little tricky to get the back and forth on the songs, but not bad. But overall, the functionality is outstanding. So connectivity, I gave it a little bit of a ding on my comparison review because I had some problems when I was hooked into the computer and then had the phone. But today I did the same thing and I had no issues. So maybe, I don't know what that was, but so far so good. It has the Bluetooth 5.1, which most headphones do not. And you know, it connected on the computer real well, and so I didn't have any issues there. I think the connectivity was pretty smooth. You can connect up to 2 devices at once and go back and forth. Seems to work pretty well. Not as well as the Microsoft Surface 2. That connectivity seemed to be a little smoother, but for the most part, it seems to have high quality connections and picks up easily. Now the sound, this is what you're really buying these for, is the sound. So people wanted me to give some detail. I don't do a sound check. I'm just not that sophisticated, quite frankly, to do one where you can hear it. So you got to kind of trust my judgment. All I can tell you is that in comparison to the Sony XM4s, the XM1000XM4s, they're better. And so why do I say that? Well, it's just clearer sound. So I played rock, I played country, I played classical, and the sound just comes more pure. And the highs are perfect. They're not too high. They don't, jar you. The bass, I can crank up the bass if I want, but it's not overpowering as I found on the Sonys. It's just crisp. It's clear. It's the way you would want your sound to be. And so I've always found on Bluetooth headphones the sound to be a little bit lacking, except for these. And so again, I haven't made up my mind whether or not I'm going to return these. I mean, the cost is pretty excessive compared to other headphones, and because of the connectivity and the ease that the Microsoft Surface does, I think I'm going to keep those. And then it just becomes a question: is this sound, worth the price? And it's pretty good. I mean, it's really good. So in terms of all ranges, the only thing I would say with the sound that I found a little bit lacking is that the volume is not quite as high as the other headphones. Even the Microsofts and certainly the Sonys go a little bit louder, but I haven't really found where I would crank it up much louder than these go. Maybe a little bit. It'd be rare. The noise canceling, I'll get into that, but it works very well so that, you know, it's not one of those where it's loud outside and you can't hear the music. You can certainly do that, but the volume level is a little less than some of the other headphones. In terms of the connection sound on phone calls, outstanding. And as far as I can tell, with other people hearing my voice, the microphones I think work very well here. Maybe not quite as good as the Jabras. I'd say the Jabras were best in class in terms of the microphone, but these work very well. I've had no complaints on calls and Zoom meetings. Everybody says they can hear me fine. So the only complaint I have, and I mentioned it in my other video, is that there's not a mute button. And I'd like that when I'm on phone calls or Zoom meetings. I'd like to have the mute button. The Microsoft Surface 2s have that, and these don't. And so that's my chief complaint really with these, is that there's no ability to mute other than going on your computer or on your phone itself. You can obviously mute there, but not on the headphones. So noise cancellation is excellent, but not best in class. So best in class is certainly the Sonys. These work fine. I don't have any. I don't find myself thinking, yeah, I need that noise to be canceled more. What I do like about these is that you can easily shift. Again, I'd mentioned the dial, and so you can adjust the dial to allow more ambient noise to come in versus the noise cancellation. So I think it works smooth, works great, and it's more than adequate in terms of noise cancellation. So the cost is really the issue on these, and it depends, you know, if you're willing to spend the money for the sound quality. I haven't tried like the Sennheisers, so I don't know how they compare to those, but again, the sound has been just phenomenal. It's very enjoyable at all levels, all different types of music. Maybe, you know, again, if you're really wanting a lot of bass, the Sonys are probably the way to go. But again, there's just a certain clarity with the sound with these that is just better than the Sonys, and so based upon that, best wireless headphones I've ever listened to. So I think that you know, durability wise, these are going to last a long time. Just the build, you're not worried that you're going to break them. You've got aluminum here. You've got just such high quality materials, and then of course if you do wear out the ear pads, you can replace them. And so, you know, are these going to be a long-term headphone? Yeah, I think so. You know, and I think that it's going to be based on the user to determine within your budget, are they something you really want to invest in. But for my purposes, in terms of if I want the best sound, enjoyability, listening to music, these are the way to go. So I hope you enjoyed that. I hope I did a little more thoroughness in terms of the review of these headphones, and we'll see you next time. All right, puppies. Well, they're just relaxed, aren't they?